Hello, Cancers, and welcome to your horoscope for July 2024. My name is Justina. Welcome to my channel. I follow Western astrology tropical zodiac, and here today I'm going to talk about the horoscope for July 2024. So, of course, June finished with Saturn stationing retrograde in Pisces until November the 15th. So here, this is your ninth house. The ninth house deals with our life purpose, higher learning, our life philosophy, our life principles as well, and overall travel. So here, this area of life is yet again activated as we start July because Neptune will station retrograde in Pisces until December the 7th and from July the 2nd. So here with Neptune retrograde, even though I think its influence will be stronger for us collectively rather than individually, but still with two planets retrograde in your ninth house, clearly there is something that needs to be addressed. Here, Saturn in the ninth house can often make us feel quite restricted and limited in our lives. Perhaps there are so many responsibilities and duties happening that it's difficult to just follow your own path because of the obligations that you're dealing with. However, here Saturn is retrograde now along with Neptune. So you've got this amazing opportunity to generally take a closer look at your belief system, at the structures in your life. Is there any instability? Are you following your path, or perhaps you are living through other people's expectations? Think about it because we've got a brand new series of eclipses coming up in September in Pisces, on Pisces and Virgo axis. This area of life will be really, really emphasized in the next couple of years with Saturn, Neptune leaving this area of your life, but also we've got the eclipses and the nodes moving here in January 2025. So I think these two retrogrades in Pisces in the next few months give you this fantastic opportunity to get ready, to align yourself with where you're supposed to be heading. Do you think you are on track? Or perhaps you are not in alignment with where you want to go. So you've got a few months to figure things out, your belief system, your life philosophy, your life principles. Here, you might be generally asking yourself whether here the current path is the right one, or whether something is to change. Now, here on the same day, we've got Mercury changing signs. Mercury will move into Leo, and that's your second house. So here, Mercury generally is connected to to-do list communication, and we've got Mercury in Leo, which generally with Leo in your second house, you want to be proud of what you own. So you take pride in generally what you accumulate, what you own. Mercury comes here, and you've got this great chance for looking closer at your finances. This is a great time for budgeting, financial planning. Mercury gives you this ability to be detail-oriented, to be more attentive to detail as well. So perhaps you will be reviewing your finances. This could be also about potentially contemplating and generating an additional income, a side hustle, for example. But what I also see you generally looking at your statements, looking at your bank account, and this is about generally seeing where you could implement the necessary changes to perhaps bring more stability into this area of your life. Generally here, the mental energy, mental focus throughout the month will be also very strongly centered around your financial area, because later in the month we'll have Venus coming here and also the Sun. Bear in mind, in August, Mercury is retrograde in this area of your life. So here you will have a chance to review, reassess, but in the meantime, you can mentally prepare. Right, so for this retrograde. Right, so we've got a Cancer new moon on the 5th of July. And this is happening in your first house. A new moon is about new beginnings, an opportunity for a fresh start, This is connected to your identity, to your goals, to your professional life. It's all about you and your ideas, your desires, your hopes. The same with the second house. It's about being financially independent. It's about relying on yourself. That's the second house energy. And the first house is about your identity, your goals, your desires. A new moon gives you this a great opportunity for setting new intentions connected to your goals, ambitions, hopes, desires. Perhaps you want to reinvent yourself. Perhaps you want to change your look, appearance. So there is this attention that you generally put upon yourself during a new moon in the first house. And this is a great time to also take care of your health, your well-being. Perhaps this is about a new routine that you want to implement in the very near future. All right, so we've got Mars and Uranus conjunction on the 15th of July happening in your 11th house. The 11th house deals with our friendships, groups that we belong to, networking events, teamwork, but also long-term goals, hopes, plans for the future. These conjunctions happen roughly every 2 years. This is the final conjunction between Mars and Uranus in Taurus because Uranus is on its way to Gemini. So here, what this means is that expect the unexpected here on the 15th in your area of friendships. Why is it unexpected? Because that's that Uranian energy that often generally creates opportunities, situations that happen suddenly out of the blue in the least expected moments. And you might see yourself drawn to unconventional or innovative groups that challenge your traditional views. Now, this transit also brings a burst of inspiration when it comes to your goals, hopes, ideas. I think it's really nice that it's happening following the new moon in Cancer, because I think Mars and Uranus conjunction could also make you want to spread your wings, act maybe out of the ordinary. This could be also related to perhaps you entering a new social circle or a new group of people. There could be opportunities for networking as well. It's a really good time for generally for interacting with others, for socializing, because you might actually meet a really interesting connection. Now here, if nothing happens on this day, it doesn't mean that nothing will happen. This is just the beginning of this 2-year cycle. And whenever we have a planet crossing the degree of this cycle or a square from a new moon or full moon, these energies get activated. So just, this is on a side note, but this is especially going to influence people with degrees, important placements at around 25, 26 degrees in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Right. So now on the 20th of July, Mars will move into Gemini, into your third house. With Mars in a third house, this is where when the energies of Mars become repressed. And here with Mars being the planet of motivation, drive, courage, anger, here all of these energies become repressed to a certain extent. So what I recommend during Mars in the 12th house transit is a physical exercise. It's really essential because you will likely absorb the energies of the day, of other people throughout the day. You come home, you interact with your family, with your roommates, flatmates, whoever it is that you live with. And you might actually be quite irritated or easily irritable. So a walk, a swim, an exercise, physical exercise helps you to release the energies. Now, at the same time, this is a great transit for working independently. The reason for that is because with Mars in the 12th house, you can really focus your energies and work effectively, consistently as well. With Mars in the 12th house, you might experience insomnia. It might be at times difficult to sleep. So perhaps you might have to implement some healthy strategies to help you to fall asleep. Like I enjoy listening to pink noise when I can't sleep, or perhaps lavender could help you as well. But overall, it's also a great time for dealing with your private aspects of your life. Here with Mars in the 12th house, you've got the energy for dealing with something of a more of a private nature. Now, on the 21st, we've got a Capricorn full moon, and this full moon, this is the second full moon between June and July, What this means is that the area of life where Capricorn is present, which is your seventh house, is yet again activated. So here your contracts, relationships. I think for many Cancers, this means that a contract is coming to an end, whether this is a phone contract or a dental plan or a work contract. I think something is coming to light, whether this is the end of your contract, whether this is a renewal, but on different terms. Maybe this is also some changes in the dynamics between yourself and your partner. There's a certain degree of transformation because we've got a conjunction, an out of sign conjunction of Pluto in Aquarius. And here, this is also happening, this full moon at 29 degrees of Capricorn, which is an anoretic degree. You might be feeling impatient. You might be feeling like there's no tomorrow. It's like a now or never feeling. Control your urges. And so if you can, think before you speak, before you act, because it's very easy to act on impulse, especially with that 29 degree and that intensity brought upon from Pluto in Aquarius out of sign conjunction. Now, at the same time here, this full moon brings to light the dynamics with your closest bonds. So partnerships, business partnerships, or perhaps friendships, significant generally relationships, marriage. And here this full moon and Pluto conjunction urges you to examine the balance between independence and togetherness. So here we've got this a great opportunity to think about how you can build strong and more supportive connections, relationships in your life, especially the ones that align with your personal values, that align with your goals. Now, we end the month with Mercury moving into Virgo on 25th of July, and this is happening in your third house. So here, the third house deals with communication, social interactions, siblings, next of kin, but also anything to do with a website design or perhaps writing tests, learning, studying. So here your mind will be very, very stimulated, attention to details highlighted. I think this could be connected to contracts, signing contracts, important documents, learning, studying is a great time for doing so. Now, Mercury will be retrograde in Virgo and in Leo throughout August. So you might see yourself returning to some learning materials, courses that you started in the past, but you never had the chance to complete. Right, so we'll explore it further closer to the days, but overall here, thank you very much, Cancers. Have a great month, and until the next time, bye for now.